Welcome to TransActioner, modern contract software for real estate transactions. Some of our highlights include a client portal where your buyers and sellers can fill out forms, sign documents, view and download the documents, and they have a real-time calendar that's always up to date, and a list of contacts of parties for this transaction. For the agent and TCs, you can share documents simply with a click of a button. And you can extract deadlines from any PDF, even handwritten dates. Both the client portal and the agent view works on a phone. There's no extra app, it just works. And we do signature tracking, and our software is more secure. When an agent first logs in, they go to their dashboard where they see the most recent transactions up at the top, and a calendar of upcoming deadlines, and a list of documents still awaiting signature. It's kind of like your to-do list of things that still need to happen. When you go into a transaction, you go to your documents page, and this is the heart of our transactions, where we have a list of our documents and the status of each document, and a list of buttons of each party for this transaction. Each document can be shared with the parties that are set up in the parties section of the transaction. So how does this work? Well, if the button is gray, it means it's not been shared. That means they don't have access to see or download the document. When you send a document out for signatures, their button turns orange. So you know they haven't signed it yet. As soon as they sign their document, their button turns green. And you can also share documents simply by clicking their button, and their button turns blue. That's great for sending it to the other agent, and for the title closers and lenders, for example. And you may want to share a document with your clients if you want them to review a draft or to go over all the multiple offers that you received without them trying to sign any documents yet. When the button is blue, you can also unshare a document too, just by clicking the button, and the button turns gray. Our documents overview page makes it very easy to see if you're working with TCs and assistants who has access to each document. So you don't have to go looking through emails to see if somebody actually shared that with title or lender. Everyone can see just from this documents page. And each of the buttons is always going to be the role for that party. If you forget who that person is, like who is buyer 2, you can hover your mouse over that button and it will give you a reminder of who that person is. So what happens when you send for signatures or share a document? That party is going to receive an email that looks something like this, and the button will either say sign documents or view documents. Either way, it's going to take them into a login page where they can log into their client portal. Once they log in, if they have multiple transactions going on, like your buyer is also selling a home, so there are 2 transactions going on, then they will see this page where they'll have to pick from a list which transaction they'd like to work on. This is also great for lenders and title closers because they're probably working with multiple agents over multiple transactions. And so they can come here and pick which transaction they wish to work on. If a client is only working on one transaction, they will skip this page because it's unnecessary. And then they go right into the documents for that transaction. On this page, right at the top, we have in bright, bold orange, documents you need to sign. So it's very clear and obvious to the clients whether they've signed correctly. As soon as they sign a document, it will show up in the lower section in the shared documents, along with any other documents that you have shared with them. This includes the seller's property disclosure, where if you shared it with them by clicking their button, they will have a fill out button where they can fill out the SPD right in their client portal. When they click the sign button, it will bring them into the document for signature. And here it will take them and show them where the signature field is. They can still scroll up and down in the document, and they can zoom in and out as well. When they click inside the sign here box, a pop-up will come up which will ask them what their signing details are, and they can add to their full name if they are a trust and need to add the trustee or a manager for an LLC. And then they pick their signature style, one of 3 fonts. They also have access to a real-time calendar where they can see all the dates and deadlines that you have shared with them. This includes deadlines that you have extracted from a PDF, as well as any custom deadlines that you happen to add, such as staging at 3 p.m. or the inspection summary at 1 p.m. And there's a contacts tab here, which will show relevant contacts based on what role the person is, which is great to show the title company, for example, and include the address so that they know where to drop off the earnest money or where closing may be. If they're on their phone, they can simply click on your phone number and it will go straight to calling you. Super convenient. And this works great on a phone. It's not an app, there's nothing to install, it just works. And this experience is really great because we even had a client back in May running the Boulder who needed to sign some documents. And she's out there running with her pink tutu and all her friends are wearing pink tutus. And they get to the stadium and she whips out her phone and she's like signing documents to go under contract. And she's showing it off to all her friends. And so this is a great way for agents to get referrals just because the client experience is so great. Now this whole client portal experience that we just went over is the same experience that your title closers and lenders will experience as well. If they don't have an account on TransActioner, they go through this client experience with any documents that you shared with them. This is also what you will do if you are not a subscriber on TransActioner and the other side is, and they are sharing documents with you. You can use the client portal to log in and access all the documents for that particular transaction. Now for TCs and assistants, they have a slightly different login page where they're going to come in and have a 4-day calendar of all the transactions where they're working with agents who have a TransActioner account. Here they can see all the deadlines from yesterday, today, and the next 2 days, where red is defined as something that is past due and not marked complete yet. Blue still needs to be done. Green means it's already been marked complete. So this is to help with the efficiency of TCs working across multiple transactions with multiple agents. We actually have a whole lot of features going on. This is just a list that happens to fit on one slide. Now we have some other smart things going on too. When you go to add a new form into your transaction, up at the top you can select from one of your form templates that you've created. Then in the next section are suggested forms. The idea of this is based on where you are in the transaction. If you're not under contract yet, you might be looking for the personal property agreement or the post-closing occupancy agreement. If you're not under contract, you probably don't need the inspection objection notice yet. Once you're under contract, you don't need the PPA or post-closing OC. You're probably looking for the inspection objection form. These suggested forms are supposed to help you be more efficient and effective, save you time with the form you're probably looking for. And all the forms are still available there down below as well. This is also great for new agents as well, helping guide them to finding the right form that they're probably looking for that they may need based on where they are in the transaction. Brokerage clauses are also available in there. If you have paid for the legal clauses, we can add them for your brokerage and you can copy paste them into any of your forms. When you import from the MLS, we grab the first photo, which is a great reminder of which property you're looking at. It also makes everything look pretty inside TransActioner. We can also grab the year built, the listing agent, and pre-populate the listing agent into the parties section of the transaction. We have formatted forms to make it a little bit easier to read. Not only is that great for us as agents and prevent errors, it makes it a lot easier for your buyers and sellers to easily read these document forms. We've got brokerage customizations with the extra disclosures. They can customize logos and legal clauses and a brokerage account for managing and employing brokers for their entire brokerage. We have some quick scenario run-throughs on our YouTube page at youtube.com/@transactioner_com. So these are example scenarios kind of walking through very quickly so you can get an idea and feel for what the system looks like. If you want step-by-step instructions on how to do certain scenarios like creating offers, extracting deadlines, and creating form templates, we have PDFs set up for you there at the bit.ly link. So what should you do next? Grab a demo account and take a look, see what you think, and start today. You can contact us or fill out the form on our website at TransActioner.com and request an account. And then tell us what to build next, because we're here for you. We're here for your specific brokerages and for your role as an agent or TC or assistant. So let us know what you want and need so that we can implement that for you. If you have any questions or would like to have a private 20 to 30 minute demonstration and answer questions, I'm available via Zoom or in person. My name is Liz Bosey, 970-412-1020. And you can reach me at liz@transactioner.com. Look forward to working with you.